Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a dashboard on Power BI. So this is a very beginner tutorial. So yeah, if you're already familiar with Power BI, this is probably not the tutorial for you, but yeah, let's get into it. It's going to be hopefully short and sweet. Yeah, and in case you're new here, my name is Stacey Samoe. I am a data analyst. I enjoy sharing the knowledge I've gained thus far. Hence why we have this community, hence why we have this channel. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is to just load our data set here. So I'm assuming you already have Power BI installed. If you don't have Power BI installed, you can easily find a tutorial on YouTube, install it, and yeah, can we continue? So once you install your Power BI, just come here to get data, yeah? So in my case, I'm using CSV, so select text or CSV. And yeah, we're interested in purchase records. So I'm going to share this, I'm going to link the data sets I'm using down below. So if you want to do the same, you can easily do that here. So we load the data and we give it a couple of minutes to load. And once it's done, you'll see here on the data pen, yeah. So, so let's just give it a few minutes. There you go. All right, there. So we have our purchase records loaded, yeah. So we have a couple of pens here, but like in this case, I'm not going to be doing any filtering. We're just going to be using the visualizations and then of course the data pen, yeah. So what do we have here? We have business ID, item purchased, purchase date, purchase ID, and value, yeah. So I want us to look at purchases, yeah, by value by the date they were purchased, yeah. So that's purchase date, yeah. And we are particularly interested in the year, and that's what we have here. So we can just expand this a bit, and there you go. So we can see that in this is 2024, the purchases were worth 24M, while in, what is this? This is 2023, the purchases were worth 34M. So this particular store received more purchases in 2023 compared to 2024. Yeah. Okay. So what do we want to do next? Yeah. So the next thing I want to actually show you guys is like what happens when you load another data set. Yeah. So you still come to text and CSV. Then for me, I'm interested in the client list table specifically. Yeah. So click on load. So once that has loaded, you'll notice that on the data pen now you have two tables. So the purchase records and the client list table, yeah? And it's always good to come to the model view and just confirm that Power BI has automatically assigned a relationship between the two tables. As you can see, it's assigned, yeah? I noticed that both tables have business ID and it connected them on business ID, yeah. But in case it doesn't do that, you will have to automatically assign the relationship. So like if I was to delete this relationship, yeah, yes. All you have to do when assigning the relationship is just, yeah. Okay, there. You just like what it has in common. So business ID, join to business ID. And sometimes it's not necessarily the same name, like you'd know your data. So like you might find the client table is just called ID, but because it's a client table, or let's say it was business table. So if this is business table, this is automatic. If the column is ID, it's automatically the business. Okay, it's not automatically the business ID. That's how like it's quote unquote automatically the business ID. So you could be joining ID to business ID. So here it's more specific, but here it's just ID because the table is called business, assuming it was. So like in this case, if this was ID, of course, we know this is the client ID, then here it would have been named client ID. Yeah, but the point is you'd know your data and you'd know like the primary key that you're joining to the, I think it's called a foreign key. But anyway, so we've confirmed that our table has a relationship, so we can go back to the report view. So the next thing that I wanted us to see is I just wanted us to see the purchases by location. Yeah. So we can use, oops. So before you, I've done Control Z, I've undone. Before you switch to a new visual, you have to make sure you click out. So like here, I'm on this visualization, yeah. But before I do anything else, I need to click out, or else any changes I try and make will be applied on the visualization that is highlighted, yeah. So now nothing is highlighted, and yeah, there we have our bar chart. I just want to move it a bit low, and yeah, so here I want us to look at the purchases, and I want it by. Should we do location? Yeah. So by location, yeah, and we could stretch this. There you go. So you can see for that whole period, both 2023 and 2024, Nairobi had the highest purchase, followed by Thika, Kisumu, Bungoma, and lastly, Nakuru. Yeah. So let's add a filter that can help us play around with this data. Yeah. We could have easily added a filter by year, by location, by honestly anything you want. Yeah. So remember to click out. Yeah. And this is the slicer. Yeah, so click on the slicer, and for us, we want to filter by gender. Okay, so let's make this tiny, 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 and I want to move it up. Okay, so we carry this and we put it here. There you go. So yeah, like for example, like let's say here, yeah, when we click on 2023, see what's highlighted? So these are the purchases that were made in 2023, yeah? When you come and click on 2024, now we see, yeah? So it's actually not the same order. So like we see in 2023, Nakuru, I think Nakuru had slightly higher purchases. No, Nakuru had slightly higher purchases than Bungoma, but in 2023C, Bungoma had way more purchases compared to Nakuru, and also overall, Bungoma just did more purchases than Nakuru. Yeah? So that's just something really nice about Power BI. I really like how interactive it is. Yeah. So if you click anywhere, goes back to the goal. Yeah. So now if we're interested, so this is everyone, female and male. So now if you just wanted to see female purchases, there you go. So notice that Nairobi, Nakuru, Bungoma are kind of steady, but when it's all of them, the trend is also different here. So when you click on male, now this is specific to male. So you see like now it's only 19M against 15M. If you come back to female, that is 9M against 4M. So 9M in 2024, 4M in 2023. Yeah. And yeah, there it is for everything. So the next thing I just want to do is add a table. Yeah, so we've clicked out, we're not anywhere. So what we do will not affect any visual. So that's how you add a table. Then I want this table to have the client name. Yeah, so we want client name, we want the gender, and we want the value of the purchases, and we also want the location. You can honestly put anything you want, or rather anything that has been requested. Yeah, but this is just for our practice. So let's move this a bit. Yeah, we could put you there. Notice how it's still interactive, so we can scroll down. How far up can I go? Yeah, that's okay. Okay. This closer to and see. So like if we clicked on Timona, we can see Timona's purchases. Yeah, if you click on Elon, you can also see Elon's purchases. If you click on Stacy, you can also see Stacy's purchases. If you click out, yeah, if you click out on the table, it goes back to normal. Yeah, so here, if you come and click on Kisumu, we can see that's Elon, Stacy, and Lisa. They're from Kisumu. You can see the gender, sum of value, confirm the location only. You can see in 2023 combined they did 7M, and in 2024 combined they did 7M. 2023 combined they did 6M. Yeah, so let's just here. Okay, so yeah, and it's same thing when you do mail. See, it's specific to mail, so it's just listing for you all the mail clients, their purchases per year, their purchases per location. If you do female, same thing. Let's click out, go back to normal. So yeah, this is our very basic beginner level dashboard. And yeah, the next thing I want us to do is to add a title. So we click on the text box with my text. Yeah, so we can do sales tracking. Okay, so we highlight sales tracking. I want it to be like 14. Okay, let's try 18. I hope 18 it's not too big. We can make it bold, and we want it center aligned. Then I want to move it. Oh, what did I do? I want it here. Maybe it would be a good idea to move everything down and have this slicer. But yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to move everything down, then have the slicer right under. Or you could keep it here and probably make it small. But yeah, there is our very basic sales tracking dashboard. I really hope this tutorial on how to create a dashboard on Power BI was very helpful. I for sure wish I had something like this because where the first time I was trying to learn Power BI, it was very frustrating. Like people jumped into very complex concepts too quick for me. And I really tried to keep it simple here for anyone who's using Power BI for the first time. This should be very intuitive. And yeah, if you find this helpful, let me know down in the comment below, like it. Also, let me know what other types of videos, tutorials you'd like to see. I'm honestly open to your feedback. And yeah, I'm being guided by what you guys actually want to consume. Otherwise, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for staying till the end. Hope you learned something. Yeah. And yeah, subscribe if you liked it. Join the community so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, so the last thing is I do a bunch of tutorials and projects. So I've been heavily doing SQL tutorials and projects. So they'll have a number of like SQL only project, SQL Tableau, SQL Power BI. I'm almost done with my SQL tutorials. Yeah. I have like less than 10 videos to go. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to be next. We'll probably do a bunch of projects as I figure out the tutorials we're jumping into next. It could be Power BI tutorials, it could be Python, it could be R. Some of you requested me to go back and just continue with the Python tutorial because I did like introduction to Python tutorial, but I've not continued with anything ever since then. Oh my God, I hope you guys can't hear that music, but I'm just happy it started. Like my neighbors. Yeah, I'm happy it started like after we're done with the tutorial. But yeah, let me end it there because I'm also kind of getting distracted by the by the music. Yeah, once again, guys, thanks and see you in the next one.